lends to my theory that the Achilles takes a lot longer to heal than anyone thinks. Last 5 games, granted they were meaningless, completion percentage still not great, 64%, but 254 passing yards, with 9 and 3 touchdowns to interception ratio, and a passer rating almost at 100, 98.3. So, Danny, we'll start with you. What are your expectations for Rodgers and the Steelers?
I expect Aaron Rodgers to give the Steelers the best quarterback play that they've gotten in years, and it to not make a damn bit of difference.
Okay.
Because he's not better than Joe Burrow. He's not better than Lamar Jackson.
No.
The AFC is loaded. He's 41 going on 42 years old, and he was overall okay last year. Like he got better as the year went on.
That's
as
true.
you just showed. He played 17 games, which I certainly would have been wrong about before the year. Like that's impressive for a guy in his 40s to play. But the only guy who's really had big success in terms of winning as a 40-year-old is Tom Brady. And the Steelers haven't won a playoff game since 2016.
Yeah.
It's been 8 years without a playoff win there. I think he'll be better than Mitch Trubisky. I think he'll be better than Duck Hodges. Like, we can show you what Rodgers did last season for the Jets and then just put it in the context of Steelers. Like, those would be the best yards per game for the Steelers since 2021, touchdowns since 20, yards since 18. Like, it's obvious why the Steelers did this.
Right.
He was the best quarterback available. He's better than Fields. He's better than Russ. He's better than $100 million for Sam Darnold. He's better than a third-round pick and a contract for Geno. But it's not going to be enough to really make a difference for the Steelers.
What do you mean he's better? I don't think you think he's better than. I don't know. I have a hard time doing the math. Like he's straight up not better than Geno.
I think acquisition cost. Like
God, but the Steelers have been running their quarterback room from a Microsoft Excel. Like, yeah, Russ is not very good, but look how much we're paying him. Turns out the Broncos are paying him. It doesn't seem like they are committed to winning at all costs.
But excellence is the standard. It says it right there on the wall of the facility.
I expect failure.
Failure?
I hate to say it, yeah, failure. In that, I think, Danny, this is going to be the first losing season of Mike Tomlin's career.
Yeah, I've been predicting it for 5 years, and it keeps not happening.
Yeah, look at the schedule. And I'm going to give them some benefit of the. I'm going to say.
Don't you dare.
Hold on. But listen to me. Listen to me as I break down this schedule.
Okay.
I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Now, I'm not saying they will definitely. Let's say they start 3-0. Now, that's a big, right? I mean, your Patriots, Seattle, the Jets. I think I'm giving them the benefit by saying they start 3-0.
If they start 3-0, aren't they starting 4-1? Minnesota bye.
Okay, so say they start 4, because I'm gonna say I'm gonna give them the benefit of splitting the division. So going 3-3 in the AFC North, because they do play the Ravens and the Bengals tough. So even if I give them that, though, I've still got 3 division losses. I'm gonna say a loss to Minnesota because they may start 2-1 or whatever. Green Bay, the Chargers, Chicago, Buffalo, and Detroit. So even if I say they start 3-0, go 500 in the division, they're still 8-9. Like, it's going to be, so I just think it's going to be failure. I don't like the way Rodgers dragged this thing out, kind of made it about himself. I don't know, privately, maybe he told them 2 months ago, I'm coming.
Yeah.
But it feels like publicly it was all about him. And then, like you said, his age. He hasn't made the playoffs since 2021. All right, his last 3 seasons, or really 2 since he got hurt with the Jets his first year, he's 13-21. So I look, I know the Steelers have a great defense, good coach, but I just think in that division with that schedule is going to be a failure, and it's going to look bad because he's going out in the first losing season of Mike Tomlin's career.
I thought you were being extra kind on.
Yeah, I was trying to give him stuff.
Yeah, giving him. Can we show the schedule again? Because I did a different exercise, Danny. Okay. I went through and said, statistically, I just did passer rating. When do the Steelers take the field against a quarterback that has a lower passer rating than Aaron Rodgers? On this schedule, they'll have 11 games where the opposing quarterback had a higher passer rating through the year. Those players are Justin Fields, Sam Darnold, Burrow, Jordan Love, Herbert, Burrow again, Josh Lamar, Tua, Goff, and Lamar again, okay? So here are the players that had a passer rating below 90.5, which is what Rodgers had. Drake May, do you think he's going to be better or worse or the same?
Listen, I own a lot of Drake May stock. Drake May's going to be great.
Caleb Williams, better, worse, or the same?
I own more Caleb Williams stock than Drake May stock.
JJ, I really don't know.
Sure.
Daniel Jones, I don't know, and I don't know who's starting for the Browns.
Probably bad.
So those are, I think I would add Drake and Caleb to the guys who are going to have a better passer rating than Aaron Rodgers. And I'm just talking passer rating. There's a whole nother question of, does a pure thrower work?
I mean, because he's not mobile.
Can't run.
All these guys are moving around except Burrow and Goff, who have been exceptional.
I think those are great points. I also think Arthur Smith, I don't think is the most ingenious of an offensive coordinator. So does that mean, kind of like it was with the Jets, you lean on Aaron to do what he wants to do? His best years recently were when LaFleur had his own system, and you're going to fit into this for the most part. Last year, the Jets let him do his thing. We saw what that happened. I think that's going to be more of the same in Pittsburgh, too.
Listen, I don't think they're going to win a playoff game, but I think
they'll make the playoffs?
They keep making it.
They could. I mean, yeah, you never put anything past Tomlin, but you got them in the playoffs.
So
that, to me, it won't feel like a big deal. To me, that would be a successful season if they get to the playoffs.
See, that's where we're different. Because I actually don't think that's a success. They're doing if you're waiting 4 or 5 months from the end of last season to bring in another quarterback, and you know what you're bringing in with Aaron Rodgers. He's going to make you trade for Alan Lazard. He's going to undermine a coach. Is he going to do to Mike Tomlin what he did to Robert Saleh?
See, I can't.
I don't know. You think he's going to do to Mike Tomlin what he did to Robert Saleh?
My point is, who knows? The guy thought he was going to be the vice president of the country. We do not know what Aaron Rodgers
is. If he thinks he's about to uproot Mike Tomlin.
Oh, okay.
He might hurt Tomlin because they have a losing record, but I can't see him being able to get.
We're going to talk about the pressure on Tomlin here, but Mike Tomlin's 0-5 in his last 5 playoff games. And Mike Tomlin's defense has been gashed in all 5 of those playoff games. And he's had 5 offensive coordinators since the last time he won a playoff game. So we want to talk about guys who are skating by on reputation. Mike Tomlin is in that conversation as well.
Don't you think and I agree, like, there's a hot seat beneath him to some degree.
Well, the Steelers never fire coaches, so I don't even know if that's true.
Right, well, with the fan base and all that.
Yes.
But I think Tomlin's overachieved in the regular season just to get to the playoffs. Then they get there and they get smoked because they're going up against better teams.
But so that's my point. Like, if this guy can get you to 9 wins with Duck Hodges and Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph, it's not ridiculous to say that he can get you to the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers.
No, I mean, they might make the playoffs. I think for Rodgers, that would be a success. Like, maybe that's what Rodgers wants to go out. He went out making the playoffs,
I think that's exactly
a pretty good season,
happens.
And then that'd be that. For the Steelers, you're right. It would feel like, why we even do this? For Rodgers, though, you get it if he walks away after that.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.